Let's start out with the NBA. When we last left off, my boy, the Freak, he had won the MVP, fellas.
Yeah.
Most valuable player in the regular season.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo.
Not taking nothing away from him. He's a great player, and he's gonna have a great career. He has a bright future. I'm very, disappointed in that choice right there.
Why?
With the MVP choice?
Yeah, because
it was just him and LeBron, huh?
Yeah,
and Harden
true. It was him and LeBron, and I just feel like
I think Luka was a little disrespected in that race, also.
Yeah, I believe that as well.
Luka Doncic.
So I'm not gonna elaborate and get too deep in it, but I will say this: the way that they used to give out the MVP back then and how they give it out now is like completely different. So I don't understand. Well, I don't understand. It used to be more about the most valuable player for the NBA. And so now, I really don't understand how they judge it now.
So leading the league and everything is not the most valuable player in the NBA in the regular season?
Leading the league and everything?
Yeah, points and field goal percentage and wins and what stat are you talking about?
Well, I mean,
I just think LeBron had a great season.
Yeah,
I commend him for keeping his body in shape at the age he's
35 years old, 17th year in the league.
It just was a knock on him. It was a knock on the MVP race because Anthony Davis led the Lakers in points, rebounds, steals, and blocks, and shooting efficiency.
It doesn't matter. Michael Jordan had Scottie Pippen
and
a whole other bunch of players at the time too.
You don't lead your team,
and he still was getting MVP.
But if you don't lead your team in the majority of them categories, you ain't lead your.
You can't be the MVP.
Anthony Davis
I just don't understand. Okay, how you gonna be the MVP 2 years in a row?
Well, how you gonna be the MVP and you're not the alpha on your team?
Yeah. How you gonna be the MVP 2 years in a row? And look what happens whenever it get real.
That MVP has nothing to do. Thank you.
You can't put them together.
Yep. Here we go.
Yeah,
you want it your way.
You know what?
You want it your way when you want it your way.
Bro, we talking about the regular season. You can't add them together.
Okay, so the regular season he was a dog. And how much he averaged? He averaged like 25 or 26 this year. Over 10 assists a game.
Man,
how many blocks? How many blocks? How many steals?
Man, Chris Middleton didn't come to play until game 4 after he got hurt and was gone.
I don't care about that because that wasn't an excuse all throughout the season.
Come on, man.
That wasn't no excuse throughout the season.
Giannis Antetokounmpo
that's
is
your MVP. Peoples.
Yeah, that's the MVP. Shout out to Giannis. Shout out to
no knock to LeBron. It just was. I mean, he had Anthony Davis there.
Well, he made All NBA first team. Let's give him that. He made All NBA first team along with James Harden.
First team. See that? How many bucks
Luka
you see on there?
Freak.
How many
Anthony
Lakers
Davis.
you see on that page? How many bucks you see on that page? And there go Luka.
Mm-hmm.
Luka should have been in there.
And that's your first team. Any thoughts on it?
That don't have nothing to do with it.
I like
that's
that
the case
team
why
right
AD wasn't up for MVP the way you talking.
I like that team right there.
Come on, you say
All
AD, you say AD
NBA
the alpha.
That's why he can't be up in there
Why
because
he
of
wasn't
LeBron.
MVP?
He can't be because of LeBron.
Yes, he could.
It's just, you
just say it's about your numbers. It's not about who you're next to.
At they stage of their career, it's about winning championships. So all these little accolades, I don't even see why LeBron got in his feelings.
No, it wasn't that he didn't get. He didn't get in his feelings because
he got in his feelings.
It wasn't because he didn't win it. It was because he only had like 16 votes.
Ryan, didn't he get in his feelings?
No, that's because
it was a report after he did an interview after the day after the MVP dropped. Thank you.
No, he said he was upset. On that interview,
what are you upset about?
He said because he only had 16 votes.
He said,
and that's the thing. That's the thing he said. Like
they didn't
really
vote for him.
He said he not worried about not winning it. He said, but 16 votes.
Yeah, that's plenty.
That's plenty.
That's plenty.
If you're not gonna win it. If you're not gonna win it, what was
16 votes, Ryan?
He said we don't know the criteria. That's the thing with
16
me
votes?
and LeBron fans. They want to break
How many votes
everything
he supposed
down
to
when
get?
he doesn't win
16
something.
votes.
How many
Ryan.
total votes
bro.
is it?
Oh,
How many total votes is it?
Man, it's
I think like
100 or something like that.
100.
Yeah.
And he got 16.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Exactly. Thank you, Waylon. Thank you, Waylon. That's what he was talking about. That's what he said. It doesn't matter. 16 out of 100.
Shout out to Bron,
16 out of 100. That's why he said he don't know how they judging it now for him to get 16 votes out of 100.
He shouldn't even be concerned about that at this stage of his career.
No, he said it pissed him off, and
He's
that's
still
why
playing
he's
ball.
gonna get the
He's
championship.
still playing ball right now to get these rings.
It doesn't matter, man.
NBA All Second
team. I like that first team though.
Chris Paul, Damian Lillard, Kawhi Leonard, Pascal Siakam.
I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that at all.
It's some question marks up there.
I like Chris Paul, and I've been riding with Chris Paul, and I'm still ride with him. But
I
would have put Murray in the place of Chris Paul, at least for the second team.
Well, this ain't the bubble awards.
Yeah, that's
now.
not doing the
I'm
regular
not talking
season,
about the
though.
bubble. In the regular season, he was handling his business too.
Chris Paul
just
got
a team.
Chris
that
Paul
was supposed
just
to be in the lottery
led the
in
Thunder to the playoffs.
Yeah, bro.
And
Probably older than LeBron.
Them boy wasn't even supposed to make playoffs.
Chris
Reg.
Paul.
Yeah, for real.
Chris Paul and who else?
Chris
played
Paul
for him?
was not even leading the team in
else
scores
played for
every
him?
game.
Who
Man.
else played for him?
Who else played for him?
Man, they have
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander?
Adam Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Red said that.
You
Who
got
else?
Dennis Schroeder.
Dennis
Don't
Schroeder.
give no names. Don't give no
Get
names.
out
The
of
other
here.
one, the big,
I can give him
the
two
tall
more
one,
names,
the tall
and
one,
it
the
ain't
big
gonna help
tall
it.
one. I forgot his
The
name.
big tall one.
Adams.
Not Adams. I said Adams.
That's when
The
you're
other one.
irrelevant. When your name is the big tall.
Well,
one.
I forgot his name. You know,
that
he's a real
spells
good
out
athlete.
irrelevant.
He's a real good athlete.
Your All NBA
I
third
just forgot
team.
his name. I
Ben
can't really
Simmons.
pronounce it.
That should be named the All
Russell
NBA Hurt
Westbrook,
team. Okay.
Jimmy
Third team.
Butler, Tatum, and Rudy Gobert. That's your third team All NBA.
That's a nice team.
I really got no complaints with it. Ben, I don't know.
I mean, they got two people.
I mean,
on there
for
that can-
third team, that ain't bad.
Yep,
That's
third.
not
It's
bad.
third team. Shout out to Ben Simmons.
Shout out to Ben Simmons.
Got him a new coach.
Yeah, Doc, we're going to get into that later on. But
Yep.
Doc, grand opening, grand closing, boy.
Yeah, but hey,
my ball was ready to go.
Let's pause on that because that's like way ahead of schedule right there.
Yeah,
Now
let's
you
go.
looking at the
Let's
schedule.
go.
Y'all going into the future.
We're going to break down. This is the NBA bracket. This is
Updated
where
bracket.
we at as of right now, but we're going to break down all the matchups that led up to game one. We're not going to get into the finals. We're going to get into all the matchups that led into the finals, and then in our second hour, we're going to actually get into the finals. So this is what happened. We had an upset. A lot of people, I know Lakers fans were real happy about this, said if they wanted to see us, they should have beat them. Nuggets.
Wait, why are Lakers fans happy about it? I don't get what you're saying.
No, because
Can you explain that?
I would if you let me talk.
Go ahead.
A lot of Laker fans were saying that people who were going for the Clippers were going for the Clippers because of Kawhi and Paul George. Well, if y'all
Well, I'm pretty
wanted to
sure that's
play
why
us-
people was going for the Clippers. They wasn't going for Beverly and Harold.
Well, no. Laker fans were saying if they wanted to see us, they should have beat the Nuggets and took care of their business, and they would have seen us in the Western Conference
excuse
Finals.
me.
'Cause a
You
lot
said that the
Hold on, let me
Lakers
finish.
fans
a
were
lot
happy.
of players, a lot of people were still saying that the Clippers would still beat the Lakers. Lakers fans were saying, well, if y'all would have took care of y'all business, y'all would have seen us in the Western Conference Finals.
Okay.
You see what we did to the Nuggets?
So I'm still trying to get you to tell me what you mean by the Lakers fans are happy. I don't understand that.
You're not the only Laker fan on earth now, Ray.
But can you explain what
I just did.
No, you didn't
Yes, I
explain
did.
that part.
Well, not to you. I mean, I don't.
You didn't
I don't
explain.
expect
You didn't even answer the question, politician.
What you mean?
Oh,
I just
God.
answered the question.
No, you didn't.
I answered the
No,
question.
I'm gonna tell you
didn't.
like this
A
here,
lot
Ryan.
of people were expecting Clippers and Lakers. Lakers fans were saying, well, if y'all want to see us, y'all should have took care of y'all
So
business.
how are the Lakers fans happy? Because of what?
Because they didn't get to play the Clippers.
Let me tell you.
That's not true.
Let me
We
tell you this,
actually
man.
pissed off because we wanted to beat the Clippers on the way to the championship. What are you talking about?
Real Laker fans.
What are you talking about?
Real Laker fans, and I've been one a long time. We don't even pay the Clippers no attention.
We don't pay the Clippers attention, but this year we wanted to beat them since
No, 'cause
everybody was talking
the
about
Clippers
them.
did the same stuff with Blake Griffin and
And
Chris Paul and DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah.
They thought they was the real LA.
The
and
Lob
still
City.
ain't even
A Lob City.
sniffed the finals.
So, miss me what you're talking about with that.
We the real LA. They got a little.
Move on.
We got a locker room and they got a closet in Staples.
That's right.
So any thoughts on the Nuggets and
And
the
y'all
Clippers?
come through the back door.
That particular series. Any thoughts on that particular series? Not the
Yeah,
Lakers.
I
We're
will
gonna get
say
Lakers
this.
later
I
on.
will say this just for everybody that didn't see the series. Clippers went ice cold toward the end of that series and lost.
Yeah, Paul
What
George
I
shooting
saw
balls on
was
the
a
side
bunch
the
of
goal.
youngsters that was running around and got them tired. And they didn't even want to play in the fourth quarter of the last game, game 7.
They played. They just missed about 30 shots.
I
No,
seen
no,
Paul
they
George
played.
hit goals,
They
balls
played,
on the
but
side
they
of the goal.
asked coach.
Man, they was hitting the side of the backboard.
They
They was
played.
shooting air balls.
They played, but they had asked the coach if they could have sit out in the fourth quarter, and coach made them go back on that court and play.
in the last game.
Yeah. Yeah, you can pull it up and read it.
Wow.
They wanted to sit down in the fourth quarter, and coach told them to go finish the game.
Might have something to do with why he wanted to go.
I don't. Yeah, because they quit on him.
Yep.
They quit on him, and then Kawhi.
I wouldn't want to coach nobody that play when they feel like playing.
No, and then Kawhi turned around and said that
you got to baby-fy somebody and let them sit out every other game, and that's whack.
And yeah, that, and then Kawhi he said our team need to get more IQ.
They got players. They got players that give blood, sweat, and tears. They need to
get more IQ.
They got players that give their blood, sweat, and tears to get out there on the court, and you got people that's sitting out every other game. Get out of here.
And then
that's why they need to shrink the season from 82 and bring that thing all the way back down to about 60.
You would still have load management.
Well, I'll tell you what. You load manage with the less games, you're not gonna make the playoffs.
No, you know what they need to do with load management?
That's what happens when you're sitting down.
They need to start fining them. If you're not really hurt and you're not really
injured, you're getting fined. Until they
who's going to determine them boys not really hurt though?
Until they ready to discount these tickets for the game.
I'll determine that.
If you're not gonna let us get the product we paying for, then you got to discount the tickets.
And Chris Paul and Kawhi gonna blame the coach and throw him under the bus.
Kawhi ain't said nothing.
Yes, he did.
He didn't say nothing.
Kawhi said no. I saw the interview. Kawhi said that the team needs more IQ. That's what he said. As a matter of fact, somebody put that on the chat line too.
Wasn't me.
Yeah, Kawhi said
I wasn't keeping up with them.
Kawhi
losers.
said their team need more IQ.
I wasn't keeping up with them losers because we asked Kawhi.
Matter of fact, I put that, and that's what I put that bus after that because he threw him under the bus.
Kawhi was supposed to come to the Lakers, and he didn't.
Yeah, that's his fault.
Yep.
I think it was time for Doc to leave from over there anyway.
Yeah.
Well, no,
it was time for him to go because you got. When the bubble first started, all them boys didn't show up on time. You got Lemon Pepper Lou going to the strip club before he going to the bubble.
I understand all that, but Doc changed the
culture.
Montrez
wasn't even there. Pat Bev wasn't even there to start off like them boys.
The first game they played and got their butt whooped, they tried to make like they ain't have chemistry.
No, that's what I was going to say. After the game, that's what they all huddled up and said
that's
right after the game. They didn't have chemistry.
That's why they not the real LA.
So you didn't have chemistry, but you had chemistry when it was 3-1? You had chemistry then?
Yep.
Come on, man.
Long story short, they choked.
Yep.
Long story
Shout
short.
out to the Clippers being the Clippers.
Next series.
Yeah, they got clipped.
This was an upset right here. The Heat beating the Bucks 4-1.
I didn't think it was an upset. I had picked Miami over
We don't
Boston.
care what you think, Reg. We don't give a damn what you think. You think too damn much. That's what you do. You think too much.
That's a
All right, Ryan Tucker.
That's a number one seed losing 4-1. Now, I will say this for the listeners and the viewers. Greek Freak only played the first 3 games.
He got hurt.
And I think that was it. I mean, but the first 3 games, he was out there by himself. So,
Chris Middleton is trash. He has no business getting $100 million.
He scored 30 points a game after when the Freak left. But I mean, why? Yeah. Why would you?
Well, he showed you he worth that money
for 1 game.
Wow. And look, that goes to the argument we always have: stats, whenever it don't matter, don't even count.
That was crazy. So
stats, say that again.
Stats when it don't matter is useless.
And Miami,
when does it not matter?
It looks good.
When does it not matter?
I mean, if you lost and if you leave in the bubble, you about to leave the bubble.
So if you lose, it don't matter. But if you win, it does.
Yeah. So if the game over, you down 40 and you go score 30 in the fourth quarter. Hey. What you did that for?
But y'all try to come back.
You should have saved that for the next game.
Hey, but look, we're not even gonna make this about the Bucks though, because you got the Heat that showed that they are a former.
No, we didn't make it about the Bucks because they got the MVP. And
yeah, they got
overrated,
the MVP, but they
was overrated. They was favored over my.
I want to give Miami some
I'm
props.
glad
going in there a 5th seed and handle their business.
I'm glad that y'all could see why. I'm glad y'all could see why I felt he didn't deserve the MVP. Now y'all could clearly see.
He was hurt, Reg. He left after 3 games.
Thank you.
And he still averages points.
He only played 3 games.
When LeBron get hurt, what you say about that?
He played 3 games.
What y'all say when LeBron
get hurt? He played 3 games in the series.
What y'all say when LeBron get hurt?
LeBron didn't get hurt in no series.
Other All-Stars and go get him a ring. Maybe he'll do that.
Honestly,
maybe he'll do that. Because right now his squad, nobody.
Honestly,
maybe he'll do that.
Honestly, Giannis and the Bucks look like LeBron James his first 7 years in Cleveland.
They
look like the same exact team.
They talking about Giannis might be going to Golden State.
They look like the same exact team as LeBron James when he he had Cleveland his first 7 years.
Might be going to Golden State.
What do you need to do, Ryan?
Straight up.
They talking about Giannis and Golden State.
Man.
Might be talking.
Get out of here, man.
Yeah, Giannis and Golden State might be talking.
Hey, let's move on, Ryan. Put up that picture, man.
If Giannis,
let's get that picture, baby. Laker ball, baby. Laker ball, baby.
Giannis might go play for the Miami Heat next year, the team that beat him.
Pat Riley
and do the KD.
And do the who?
He might do the KD.
He sure might.
He might go to Miami and take his talent to South Beach.
He gonna go play with the team.
He a free agent. He can do what he wants to do. When you're a free agent, your contract is up.
Now look what he
You do what you want to do.
Okay.
You're a free man.
All right.
I've heard that argument somewhere
there
before.
It is.
I don't know where.
There it is.
The next one, we got the Lakers beating the Rockets.
Lakers handling up on the Rockets, though. I'd say that 4-1, it wasn't even a contest.
This game was overhyped because people thought the Rockets had a chance.
Well, the Rockets thought they had a chance because after they beat them, they interviewed Harden, and Harden was like, yeah, we here. We ready to play.
He looked like he was ready to go.
Yeah, they got swept the next 4 games.
Hey, let's get into this because I remember in the NBA preview, somebody was toting them Rockets.
I had the Rockets. I had the Rockets in the finals.
And then all of a sudden,
in the
we just
Western
fell
Conference.
off the cliff with the Rockets. Watch for Westbrook. Watch for Harden.
But look, I told you they was going to make it to the Western Conference. I told you they was going to make it to the Western Conference.
Why I never heard that comment?
Oh, Denver did. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Why I never heard that? I never heard you say that before.
They was going to make it in the Western Conference.
So that's
I don't remember that.
Go back and listen.
You was talking about
that's
the
what
Rockets.
I picked in the
that's
Western
a promo
Conference.
for y'all to go back and listen to our.
Oh yeah.
That was what I picked.
Yeah, for the pick. Okay,
that's what I picked in the Western
Conference. But the way
Conference.
Ryan said is like that was your second team. So I know you like Texas teams.
He was touting them heavy.
I know you like Texas teams.
We picked who was going to make the Western Conference Finals and who was going to make the finals. And guess what he had?
So you
Clippers in the Bucks.
Oh yeah, I got it all
Go back and look at the footage.
I got it all wrong.
Yeah, you had.
Oh, you had it way wrong.
I got it all
It looked like I had it right.
The Bucks ain't even
because I said Lakers and I said Miami.
And I said Miami. Get LeBron.
You said Miami?
Don't start wailing.
Lakers in Miami. I said Lakers in Miami.
Wishing for a superstar for 10 years.
I picked the Rockets and the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals, and I picked the Celtics and the Bucks.
So you had picked the Spurs? My bad, the Rockets.
What we doing on here? What we at on the show?
Lakers and Rockets. The Lakers.
Shots fired.
They won 4-1. They won 4-1.
Lakers and Rockets. They got rid of D'Antoni. They looking for another coach. They interviewed some assistant coach the other day. They not asking for Doc Rivers. They not looking at Ty Lue.
Doc Rivers.
They not looking at Gentry. I don't know who they looking at.
Doc Rivers. He's making moves. That's
I did hear before this other news that D'Antoni was almost the 76ers coach.
No.
He was almost the 76ers coach. He interviewed the day before Doc Rivers.
Oh, yeah.
And I saw that. And word on the street was he was lobbying to bring Harden with him. Boom. Y'all know that?
D'Antoni,
That's
really,
a rumor report
his style
for
Houston, I wouldn't want him to go coach no other team because his style is just, it's wacky. It's wacky. Nah, bro.
No, he didn't.
Don't go to Philly when you ain't got no 3-point shooters.
But look, I give him credit. I give him credit for experimenting and trying that small ball because you know what? It worked a lot.
That was the lineup.
It worked in Houston.
It worked a lot
in Houston, but you ain't got no shooters like that unless you go to Golden State and you got shooters like that. Come on.
It worked until they ran into the wall.
Yeah, you need a big man. Maybe a big man would help out. How about that? You traded him though.
So Boston went ahead and took care of Toronto.
Celtics, they won their series 4-3. This went 7 games right here. Toronto, heart of a champion. They hung in there as long as they could, but Jason Tatum became a star. In the closeout game, he had 29 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists. He had a great series. Y'all thoughts on that, fellas?
My thought is that Jason Tatum been a star before that series.
Okay, a superstar though.
It was a really good series to be totally honest because Kyle Lowry brought it every night. And it was very entertaining.
I see you back there, boy.
Toronto had a chance. Very entertaining.
Toronto had a chance. It's just Boston. They had too much talent opposed to what Toronto had. But Toronto, they fought. They fought to the end.
Yep.
Yeah, and the little potato tried, everything he could.
He talking about what that boy named Kyle Lowry. I can't stand that boy. Man.
Lowry, yeah.
Lowry.
The little potato they could.
Oh, Kyle Lowry. I can't. But he kind of earned some of my respect. But it just, he's shaped like a potato.
Yeah, and he just, man, to me, I think he could only start for Toronto.
Yeah.
I don't see him start nowhere else.
He a decent point guard, but
Yeah.
But he a champion.
His
so you can't
time
take
is
that away
his
from him.
time is running out though in Toronto.
Going back to the West, the Lakers and the Nuggets. They ended up meeting in the Western Conference Championship. And as
Shout out to the
everybody knows
Nuggets,
out
man.
there right now, the Lakers won, and they won in 5 games.
Yeah, we pulled out the broom, baby.
Yes,
you know what?
sir.
Every game we done played so far, they done
Yes,
won a
sir.
game, and then we swept them the rest.
Yeah, you know, what I mean, we not gonna give the Heat a game though.
They have water next to you.
They about to get swept.
LeBron James on the closeout game, he had 38 points, 16 rebounds, and 10 assists.
Shout out to Bron, man. Bron take a lot of heat. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, shout out to Bron.
He is a good representative of the league.
Hold on.
I'm just gonna give it
This
up,
is
man.
the time.
He
This is the
is,
time.
he
Hold
is,
on. I'm
man.
giving y'all the camera.
I'm gonna just
Time
keep it
out, bro.
real. I'm
I'm
gonna keep
giving
it
y'all the
real.
camera.
How you gonna
I'm a
sit
long
up there?
time Laker fan,
Hold
but
on, but how you gonna sit up there?
A lot of y'all,
shout
man,
out
just-
to Brian.
just
A
give-
lot of people give him a
give-
hard time. Who is the people that give him a hard time? Who are you
Look,
talking
man,
about?
look.
Yourself?
Hey, Bron
You
is
talking
a-
about yourself?
Bron is a good guy.
We got
man.
it.
Look, he talking about himself on the show. Everyone said shout out to Brian.
Man, that's a lot of people,
You know, a lot of
man.
people give him a hard time.
He the
What
main one.
people?
Throw
You?
them darts. Throw
You?
them darts.
I'm trying to give it.
You was giving him a hard time
Look,
today.
man, to all my real Laker fans.
My real Laker
Bron
fan.
trying really hard, bro. Just give him a little slack.
What?
We done got him AD
The
over
discussion
there.
was he couldn't shoot the day.
We done got him AD over there. Hey, that wasn't me.
Yeah, you and Boo. Oh,
That
but you
was
was
Kyrie.
co-signing. You
That was
co-signing.
Kyrie.
But you
The pot
posted it,
calling
though.
the kettle
get
black.
out of here. Look, hey, shout out to Bron, Anthony Davis,
Nah, he Bron.
and the Lakers,
The
man.
pot
We
calling the
back,
kettle
baby.
black.
We back. Let's go get this championship, baby.
Who's we, man?
We back, baby. The purple and gold.
You know what? I don't want lightning to strike, so I'm about to exit
The
the
purple
building.
and gold, baby. We back.
And on the other side, Eastern Conference Finals, we had the Celtics and the Heat. And the Heat in the closeout game, Bam Adebayo, career playoff high, 32 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists.
Man, I tell you what,
Shocked the world.
Not
Shocked
even
the
just
world.
not even just that game, but that game before that was a big turning point when Bam had that big block at the rim.
Yes.
That was a big time
Yeah,
play.
he
right
blocked.
there.
He blocked Tatum, the superstar
Yeah,
dunk.
that was like so winding seconds of the game, and Tatum crossed somebody over at the top of the key, go in and dunk on him, and Bam
Adebayo,
sent it back.
Bam, bam.
No foul.
And that
So-
got the Heat, Eastern Conference champions. And
Shout
I
out to the Heat, man, for making it to the championship. Eric
That's just-
Spoelstra.
that's just
you
a
know,
testament of how-
solidifying that
That's
he's
just-
a
and I
great
didn't
coach.
do this for the Lakers. I got to do it for
Now-
the Lakers, too.
That's just a testament of how easy it is to make it in the East. All these years, Jimmy Butler go over there
Here
one
goes
year.
another shot to LeBron. See, that's what I'm saying. And he just got through from saying
I
a lot
said
of people give him a hard time,
Oh,
man.
come on,
Wow.
man! You stop
Wow.
being so sensitive.
So the East was really strong.
I just said they come through there, and it's his first year over
No,
there
the East
with the
ain't
Heat.
strong, though. The East is not strong.
okay,
No,
thank
the
you,
East
Ryan.
is not strong.
Ain't this Jimmy first year in the East?
Oh, so he didn't play with the
No, it ain't his
76ers,
first
huh?
year. No,
I mean, when you know
So
with
he
his
didn't
own
play
team,
with his own team.
that's Embiid and them team.
So his own team.
Jimmy couldn't even get the ball in the clutch time.
Didn't Jimmy play with the Timberwolves?
If they would have kept Jimmy,
Didn't he play
they'd
with the
have been in the
Timberwolves?
finals.
See, hey.
Didn't he
They'd
play
have
with the
been in the
Timberwolves?
Yep, he couldn't do that in the West.
Oh, he couldn't do that in the
Jimmy balled for
That's
the
what they said
T-Wolves
about
too, but they didn't
LeBron,
want
huh?
him. Jimmy got that Pat
Till he
Riley
got
mindset,
AD.
and Pat Riley loved him. That's why he brought him over there.
man.
That's why he brought him over there.
Look,
They just needed a leader. He knew they was young. Pat Riley knew he needed to bring somebody in there that could mold them into some with that competitive fire in them. And
so Dragic don't do that at point guard at his age.
Come
though.
on.
So just to let everybody know, we about to kill the NBA segment for right now. We're going to come back to it later on or
Iguodala.
episode 2.
Iguodala
This is the
not doing
bracket.
nothing.
The finals led up to the Lakers meeting the Heat. Dum dum dum. Starting with last night, LeBron and the LA Lakers.
we back, baby.
AD and the LA Lakers.
Shout out to LeBron James
We
and
back,
AD,
baby.
baby, and the Lakers.
going up against
And the others.
Jimmy Butler and
Shout
the
out
Miami
to the
Heat.
division, man. We got Mr. Taylor, Reggie F Baby, and the moderator in the building,
You know I'm
baby.
talking
we in the
about,
building.
baby.
We up in
Reggie
here. We
F,
up in
baby.
here. So we getting right into
Ooh,
it.
I like
NBA
playoff
Finals.
Rondo up there. Shout out to playoff Rondo.
Yeah. What about playoff Dwight Howard?
Oh,
Man,
He's in
I
playoff
tell you
Dwight
what,
Howard.
man. No, you clowning, man, but he is making a difference, man. His
He
presence.
came with a different mentality
oh yeah,
this year.
oh yeah, definitely.
I like that.
Now,
Yeah.
before we get into what actually happened in Game 1, I'm gonna let Reg get his rocks off right here, Because if I didn't bring it up, he was going to tell me something.
Shout out to Bron,
do
baby.
you want to read it or you want me to read it?
I like the way you read it, Ryan. Go ahead and read it, and I'm going to sit back here like a king.
NBA Finals. I almost don't want to read it now. NBA Finals milestone. He's first in total triple doubles, second in points, second in total 3-pointers made, second in total steals, third in total assists, third in field goals made, fourth in total triple doubles, fifth in total rebounds, seventh in total games played, and seventh in total blocks. And that's his finals milestone, because when you go to the finals 9 times, you're going to accumulate a lot of stats.
It's 10 now.
Well, it's 10 now.
Yeah.
That milestone was before he played last.
So say that again. When you do what? When you go to the finals 9 times?
Yeah, you accumulate stats.
So you have to get there to be able to accumulate those stats, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right. I just want to make that clear.
I'm going to just say this, Rich, for you don't get it wrong. I believe LeBron is the best of this generation, of this era. Okay? Now, can we put that to rest now?
I never argued that.
Now, when we go to other places, then you might.
I never argued that, what you just said at all.
Within probably, I say this era. I give him this era. Just because the accumulation. Now, if they don't win this here, if the Heat manages to come back, matter of fact, let's get into it. Because if they don't win this one here, then I don't even want to hear nothing no more. Nothing about it. We got the Lakers. They won game 1 last night.
Look, the alpha.
AD, 34 points.
Alpha.
9 rebounds.
34, 9, and
5 assists. What is y'all?
Nice.
What's y'all analysis of what y'all saw last night?
I just see AD ain't being friendly.
I see AD not. I see. This is what I see.
I saw him check Crowder last night whenever he went at LeBron.
Yeah,
like that. So it ain't friendly time no more.
LeBron told him
it's time to go get it.
LeBron told him relax.
I don't even care what time. I don't care. I don't care.
Time?
I don't care who it is you playing against or how many times you play them. But, I mean, I understand y'all worked out together off season and all that, but it's time to – I'm not helping you off the ground. If you ain't in the purple and gold, I'm getting back on defense, and we ain't playing friendly ball. If you're under the goal, you're getting dunked on.
And you know what? Honestly, you know what? AD and LeBron, they complement each other really, 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 really well.
Yep.
And I'm going to say it, because, AD, he's scoring 30-something points a game, and he doing what he doing, but it's largely due to the fact that LeBron James is on the court with it.
And I will say this, though. I will say this to this, too, now. With Rondo back, AD look a whole lot better with Rondo back too.
Well, they had chemistry in New Orleans, so it's nothing for they know where each other.
They
gonna
look
be at.
really good on the floor together.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis and Rondo and the others.
Yeah.
So it ain't really like last night. We was down 13,
and they put Rondo
in the game.
We took
LeBron off the court, put the bench in with Rondo and AD. And we come back, next thing you know, we was up 2.
Yeah, well, that's
before,
what time.
Before the half.
But that's what time. That's what time LeBron leaves the game every game, and
because there's a lot of teams that's gonna game plan with LeBron on the court. So you take him off
that,
there, you mess their whole defense up.
Miami
and not
looked
only
good when it first started.
Not only that, shout out to Frank Vogel because he made that move when they was down. Like,
you know what? They was down 13.
Yeah, exactly.
Crowder just hit a 3, went up 23-10.
So for him to sit LeBron down, that's how much he believed in the rest of the team.
Well, like you said, he knew their game plan for him because they was crowding in on the lane.
Yep.
Well, Braun couldn't drive.
Yeah.
And and even kicking out, we wasn't even hot yet.
Yep.
To be knocking shots down. But I mean, you looking at the Morris brother. You look at Danny Green knocking shots down.
Caldwell Pope.
Ever since
KCP
Rondo
started the run with those 2 threes.
Rondo been back distributing that ball.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I saw one of them games. Morris hit about 4-5 threes.
Yeah.
And that's off some Rondo assisted passes.
And then you have Dwight Howard out there passing like he a point guard.
Dwight Howard doing the dirty work. He doing all the dirty work. He getting the hard fouls on Joker.
He taking Bam out the game.
Yep, Bam ain't got enough weight for him. Nope. So I mean, look,
Miami started out well.
What I told you, Reg, we gonna sweep them.
After that first quarter.
I told him you thought I was playing.
Yeah, you said the Lakers was gonna sweep them. I don't know about
they got that 13-point lead and they lost and went down by 30. Oh, they can't beat us.
Dragic is out for the rest of the series.
Don't
know what's going on with Bam.
Bam is not coming back.
We
for
back,
this game.
baby. It's all about the Lake show.
Too?
No,
he's not playing game.
He's doubtful. He's doubtful.
Ooh,
I hadn't heard that. I never heard that.
Yeah, he's doubtful. He has a strained neck.
Oh yeah.
He has a strained neck. Yes.
Oh no, you won't believe?
That's the injury. Well, no, Ryan. I mean, if your neck, you can't turn your neck. It's worse than a crick in your neck.
Sound like an
You
excuse.
playing or you being real?
I'm being real.
Sound like some excuses.
I'm being real. He has a strained neck,
And then Jimmy almost.
They have
yesterday.
him and Dragic doubtful.
No, Dragic
Dragic
is
is done.
He's done. He told
He got
something.
it's a
No,
torn.
he has-
It's plantar fasciitis.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's what he
But
got.
you remember
That's
I
a
told
little
you.
bone in your foot.
But he lucky he didn't tear it, because you remember I told you after he got that injury, you know how when they tear their Achilles, they look back at that spot where they heard something? That's what he did. He turned around and looked on the court, on the floor, and I was like, that's why I text and I say, I hope he didn't tear it.
Jimmy wasn't even 100% when he left the game.
Well,
It
Jimmy messed up his ankle
Yeah, man.
going in the lane on AD. So he gonna be playing with a sore ankle too, and that could easily turn
Man,
again.
bring out the brooms, man. You ain't got time to play with these boys.
Did you see Eric Spoelstra on the sideline at some time? He looked like he was thinking to himself, I don't know what I'm gonna do to stop LeBron.
They don't match up. It's a bad matchup.
I'm serious.
Hey, whatever he was
'cause
doing
they
to
made
start
a
the
point.
game, that's what he should have been doing.
Cause they made a point
We
on.
come back once we mix it up a little bit.
They made a point on First Take this morning. Bam is your center, and Bam is as tall as LeBron, but he's your center.
Well, that's
Yeah, but I don't want to hear that
I don't wanna
now.
hear that
I
either.
don't want
They
to hear
got
that
them.
now.
I mean,
That's
I
how
don't
they
wanna
got
hear
them.
that
now
in the
because
match.
everybody was talking about,
That's
Miami. I've been
No,
talking about
they
them.
wasn't.
Yeah, they've been talking about them
Nobody
like,
said Miami was gonna beat the
man,
Lakers, boy. Get
no,
outta
no,
here.
not
Dwayne Wade and Shaq, they bet finals trophies.
yeah.
Okay, them two. Everybody I done seen, they either said in 5 or maybe 6.
No,
that
man,
Miami
a lot
might
of them,
get
a lot
game
of
or
them was
two.
giving Miami a chance to win the series.
no.
I just wish it was the Clippers so I could have made a lot
But
of
they
money.
some dodo birds if they thought Miami was gonna win it. But I thought at least Miami might get a game.
Well, I'm gonna tell you
Might
like
get a
this
game
here,
off.
man. I'm a Laker fan, and I bet money on the Lakers before the season started. They was gonna win the championship.
Yeah.
So they got a guy by the name of Grimm in the division. Get my money ready.
Oh Lord.
Get
he done
Ryan, put
Grimm
that camera
blast.
on me for a
He done
second
put
if you don't
Grimm on
mind.
blast.
Give me your camera.
Yeah, Grimm.
He's shining, Grimm.
Look over here, Grimm. Get my money ready. You got more than enough time. Get my money ready. I want it soon as the game over.
Hey, I'll
Thank you.
say this. It was a legit bet.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a little reach.
Oh,
at the
so you were
time.
there for it. You were there for
I
it.
remember the bet.
And he
It was
yeah.
kind of
Okay.
it was kind of
It was
reaching at the
I
time.
did reach. I'm not gonna lie.